After we read the book There by Tommy Orange in English 312 class, took a trip up to the Cincinnati Sovereignty Center up on Blue Rock Street in Cincinnati, Ohio. And it's a nonprofit organization. It's actually a community outreach center. And it has like meeting rooms, and picture on the left's a picture of the meeting room that I took. The one on the right's the one that was at the center that when they had the grand opening, some of the people that attended. Looks like there, of course. There's the lending library that they have there. They offered to lend me a book if I wanted to. I declined because I didn't know if I'd get it back on time and those types of things, because it was a little out of my way, but not too much. And then one on the left's another picture I took of the meeting rooms, and the other two are the ones that I took off the wall when I was up there, just to fill the space up in here. And then here's the original photographs I took of the library and part of the meeting room. I really liked that blanket. I thought that was really neat. The people I spoke with up there, the lady and gentleman, they didn't want their pictures taken, so the girl didn't, and the guy, he didn't care. So out of respect for both of them, I just didn't do it. And so the picture in the middle was of the video I was started to take, and I stopped. So that's just a picture of my knee. And the meeting room on the left, and then of course the one on the far right is another video that I had started to take and declined. So, and then the biggest correlation I saw with the book is, of course, set in the urban setting, and this center is also in the urban setting, and it detailed a lot about the life of the urban indigenous native people that live in the area. They have an outreach for them, and I think it's a really good thing. But, as far as the book there, if they would have had something like that too, but to try to help things, and I think a lot of it had to do with the filming that was done, the grant that DNA got in the movie, in the book. So it kind of correlates together, that they're trying to reach out, because there's all kinds of community outreach centers for different nationalities and people, and I think it's really, really great that there is one for the native indigenous people. So the two people that I spoke to up there, they were very engaging in conversation. The one gentleman, come to find out, had a lot in common with him. He lives in the area that my kinfolk basically are from, and so he knew a lot about the areas and places that I had grew up at. And so, we had something in common. He even knew the two little small towns that my grandmother was from. One's called Bulletsburg, and the other one's called Bulletsville. Not a whole lot of people know about those towns. And then we also discussed the area around Big Bone Lick. And he educated me on something I did not know. I did not know Gunpowder Creek was named after the manufacture of gunpowder from of course, the sulfur down there at Big Bone Lick. So I thought that was really amazing. Then we went on to talk about the local tribes in the area. That was the Gades around there. It was more than just the Shawnee, because it was along the river. A lot of the native tribes, traveled up and down that way. And so basically, we discussed a little bit about the center, and he said that, they're like in their 5th year, I believe is what he said. I made a small donation before I left, because I really did enjoy the trip up there. And so it was very quiet, and I was the only person there, so they probably really got tired of listening to me, but no, I don't think so. Like I said, they were very polite, they were very nice, and they were quite knowledgeable. So they had an answer to every question I asked, and I think I spent about, 30 minutes, 35 minutes up there. And if I had the chance, I would probably go back again. I understand the reasoning for having to let them know ahead of time that I was going to be there. So the final thing that I could probably take out of this that relates to the book is, it gives people, especially indigenous Native Americans, a chance to, learn about their culture and heritage because it's really not publicized too well in today's textbooks. And apply it to life, We're all on this planet together, and if we could just learn and get along in the same aspect that everyone else does, instead of thinking, well, he's an Indian and he's this and he's that, maybe we could get along better. So once again, this is about pretty much all I got, and I thank you once again for referring me to go up there. I really did learn something.